this ain't the side of hot rodding that you probably really never see, I don't know what is. This is the Bad News Express, the Fail Camino. This thing has, without a doubt, kicked my butt. Between those stuck injectors. Pretty sure I mentioned it in the video before this. If not, I was concerned about that number 8 cylinder, especially since it broke the starter, kickback. I may or may not have mentioned it about possibly bending a rod or a good way to bend a rod. And also lost crank signal. So I pulled the crank sensor, swapped it with another one I had here, but could not get mine back in the block. I was like, what are there, 2 crank sensors? I thought there might be 2 different kinds of crank sensor. Well, long story short, and some searching on O'Reilly's, clearly there's not, unless it's 24X or 58X, whatever the 2 are. Anywho's, so I got back under there and managed to install the one that I had, and it went in the bore for the in the side of the block where the crank sensor goes. But it didn't go smoothly. Like, it took me some fiddling, and I'm like, I don't understand why I can't get this to go in there. And then it went, so I pulled it back out just to see if I could reinstall it easily, because like, what am I doing here? Couldn't get it to go again. And so I get my pocket light out, get to looking real close at the bore where the sensor goes in. So I would show you if I had it laying up here. And that's when I seen all the bad news. And the more I looked, the worse it got. So my best guess is the 5.3 is absolutely, without a doubt, done for. I'm going to say it broke the connecting rod in number 8 to the point where it has busted the block. I kid you not. So unfortunately, I did not have video, no camera, no nothing rolling when it did that. Like, I don't know how the mass air meter stayed in that boot. So it couldn't be just a hydrolock. Somehow, some way, it had to try to light off that cylinder, I guess. I don't know. You think it would foul out, flood it out or whatever. But the racket this thing made, it had to shatter that rod. Either way, there is some damage inside this thing. So I'll take you under there with me with the GoPro, and I'll show you what I seen.
Now, if you look real close at that crank sensor hole, you can see a big old crack. And if you look at the crank sensor boss, crack goes up and around the boss. And right there, right in the middle of the screen, that barcode sticker or whatever, well, it looks like a cracked egg.
Well, at this point here, before that happened, we were like 90% done. Now we are pretty much 0% done because I have to go backwards to go forward. Still have, I think, what is it? It is March 20 something other, I don't know. So we got just a little over 2 months before power tour. Luckily, my Impala is done. It can be done. It can be packed up with clothes or tools and hit the road right now, as a matter of fact. So if I had to. So my plan now is to just jump on this thing here in the next day or so, get this motor out. A buddy of ours, Jeremy, had a low mileage Tahoe with a good running 5.3, so we're going to get that 5.3. They're going to pull it, bring me the motor, and I'm going to have this one out, and I'll just swap everything over, because this thing's got 0 mile cylinder heads, camshaft. You know, I mean, it's been painted, it's clean, it's got the Holley swap pan. So I pretty much had to tear this one down, everything but the bottom end. I mean, the gaskets have 0 miles on them, so I'm reusing everything. Reusing absolutely every gasket, head bolts, everything. Clean the other motor up, swap all this over, and just start heading back in the right direction again. I did a little searching on breaking a rod, and I went to YouTube, go figure, and typed that in. And sure enough, the first video that popped up is this one. Now I'll put a link to his video down below. His had catastrophic failure, like through the windage tray, broke the pan, busted the block. This one's busted too, but hopefully the pan did not get hurt. I don't think it did, but how am I supposed to know? You know, I didn't know the block was broke. This sucks to no end, and that was probably one of the hardest phone calls I ever had to make. You know, it sucks on a level that I can't explain because this is not mine and it's in my care. I mean, I don't think there's any, you know, anything I did wrong. I mean, the injector is laying right there. You can squirt brake cleaner in it and it will run out. So I don't think I can think if she just started hosing away. You know, like I was saying before, I want to try to do everything to the best I can possibly do it, and then something like this happens, and it just, I don't know, it's a freak thing, but it sucks to no end on, like I said, like on a different level, because it's not my car. I mean, if it was my car, it would suck, but, you know, it's mine, it's my money, it's my, you know, whatever. Hope that makes sense. But short video, just wanted to follow up on this disaster. I can't believe this happened. The longer I laid down there, the more cracks I seen in the block, you know. But I'm gonna bust my ass to get this car back together. Joe's luck has not improved. He's had, poor guy, he's had some more bad luck outside of this hot rod, but we're gonna go up from here. That's how we're gonna do it. It's uphill, but we're gonna get there, and I'm gonna make damn sure this car's ready for power tour. Even if they don't get to make it for whatever reason, it's not going to be because I didn't get it there. So, with that being said, I'll close this video out. I'm gonna break out the cherry picker, start snatching, and then we'll get to take a look at what exactly happened inside this thing. So, wish me luck, wish Joe luck, wish the Fail Camino luck. I will always call it that from now on, the Fail Camino. But thanks for watching Left Dead Garage, and we'll see you on the next one.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away. Competition Product, race parts sold by racers since 1970.